Hello guys, it is Shivam here. Welcome to the part 2 of food delivery app where we are going to make this app from the scratch by using Flutter, and for the backend we are going to use is a Firebase. So on this series we are going to cover user authentication, how to integrate a payment gateway, order tracking, admin panel and many more. So do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you won't miss out on any of the upcoming videos we upload on this channel. Now let's get started. So before we move to the code, let me show you how our awesome food delivery app will be look like at the end of this series and what we are going to make it from the scratch. Now one thing I am taking as a guarantee that this will be one of the most interesting series and you will love this series because this is the awesome food delivery app that we are going to simply make it from the scratch. Now here you can see that this is the onboarding page and here I have added the graphic image and you can see that the headline of this app like the fastest food delivery, and I've added some of the text just below the headline that craving for something delicious, order now and get your favorites delivered fast. So this is the onboarding, or you can say a landing page of this awesome food delivery app, and just below this you can see a get started button. Now I click to this get started button, will directly move to the sign up page. So in the sign up page we are going to use a mail authentication. So by the mail authentication you will get to know that we are going to connect the Firebase with this awesome food delivery app. So this is the sign up page as you can see here, and this is the graphics that I've added. A food go. Now you will think that what is a food go? So food go is an app name that I've simply kept this app name, which is food go. Now here this is the sign up page and we can navigate to the login page. So this is the sign up and login page. Now here I'm going to just sign up in the app. So I'll just use my name, which is Shivam Gupta. Now I'm going to use a random email ID. So I'll write random email ID, something like this. And here I'm going to just use a password, random password, and we'll click to the sign up button. And you will see that it will just take a few seconds to directly move to the app, and we have registered successfully and we have landed to the home page. Now this is the home page, and at the top you can see the our app name, order your favorite food, just a text that I've added, and this is the picture of the user that they have used to sign up in the app. This is the search bar where we can search for the respective food item, and here you can see that in this app I have tried to make something better, which is that we are going to show the different categories and the user can order the food according to the category they need. So it is a pizza, burger, cheese, Mexican. So these are the some categories I've added, and according to the category that the user going to select, we are going to see all the food related to that just below this category. So this is pizza and we are going to see all the food related to the pizza. Now when I'll switch to the burger, you will see that all the food items just take a few seconds to show the food items in the app according to the category that the user going to select, right? So these were the some things. Now let's place an order and order this awesome cheeseburger. So let's order this cheeseburger. So this is the cheeseburger. Now here you can see that this is the image and this is the cheeseburger, a $50, and this is the just about the food item. I know that it has written pizza, but you can change it accordingly. Now here I can select the quantity, like how much quantity I need to order for this cheeseburger. So when I'll increase the quantity, you can see that the total price will also increase. Now I click to this order now button. So before that, let's order a 2 cheeseburger and let's click to this order now button, and it simply says add some money to your wallet. So here one more thing I want to show you, that like here it is a wallet section. Now in this wallet section we need to add some of the money so that we can order from our app wallet. Now let's add money to our wallet. So here you will see that let's add $200. So I click to this $200, and here we are going to add a Stripe payment gateway on this app. Yes, you are hearing it right. We are going to add a Stripe payment gateway, and this is the test card number that I'm going to pass over here. And once we have done this thing, now let's pass the year and the random CVC code, and we are going to just pay $200, and it will just take a few seconds to update the amount in the wallet. And so you can see that we are going to see all the transaction in the your transaction section with a date when we have added some of the money to our wallet. Now here you can see that there is also one button, add money. Now for an example, if I want to add a $20, so I'll click to this add money button, and here I'll just write a money, and we'll click to this add button again, and again I'm going to just pay it through the Stripe payment gateway and a random year and the CVC code. Now we'll click to this pay button, and here it is done, and we have successfully added a $20, and the total amount that it is in our wallet is a $220. So this is the wallet page, and you can see that how really it looks good by managing all the complete thing, like showing all the transactions, how to add a money to the wallet. So these were the things that we are going to cover on this series. Now let's move back to the home page and let's place an order for this awesome cheeseburger. So I'll select the quantity to, we'll click to this order now button, and here yes, you can see that order has been placed successfully. Now let's move back and check to the wallet. So here you can see that $100 has been successfully deducted from our wallet. Yeah, now here it is an, you can say, a order page, and in the order page we are going to see all the orders that we are going to do. Yeah, so here you can see that this is the address. Yeah, now this is the cheeseburger that I have ordered, the quantity, that the amount of quantity of the food items that are ordered, how much I have paid, and what is the status. So we are also going to see the status of the order. So status is still pending. Now this will be changed from the admin panel. Yes, we are also going to make the admin panel. So this will be the complete food delivery app. Now this is the profile page. So in the profile page, the user can simply log out, they can delete their account, they can see their email name, etc., all the things. Now let's move back to the our which page. So let me show you the search bar first, then we'll move to the admin panel, right? So in the search food item, I'll search for specific food item like CH. Now if I'll write CH, so this is the advanced search, you can say that. So when we'll write CH, then it will going to show me all the food items that start with a letter CH. Yeah, so here you can see that this is the search feature we are going to add, and I can close this and will move back to the home page back again. Now let's switch to the admin panel and let me show you how the admin panel going to work. So this is the admin login page. Now what is an admin login page? Now in the admin login page, we are going to provide a unique username and the password to the admin, so that a random user can't simply enters the admin panel, like it will not make any sense. So we are going to provide a username and the password which will be the unique. So I'm going to just enter the username, which is Peter, and the password. Now I'm going to click to this login button and will directly move to the home admin page. And in the home admin page, you can see that the user admin, not user, the admin can manage the orders and they can also manage the users. So let's manage the order first. And here you can see that there are the two orders, and this is the order that have been placed by me that I've shown you. Now when I click to this delivered button, you can see that the order have been delivered and it will be simply shown to the user side of the app. I will show you how it going to show the status over there. Yep. Now let's move to the manage user section, and here you can see that this is where we are going to see all the users, and we can remove any of the users or can give a ban to any of the users if they are misbehaving or something. Yeah, so yes, so these are some things that we are going to do. Now let's move back to the home page, I mean the user side of the app, so that I can show you what status have been shown once the food has been delivered. Yeah, so here we move back to the user side of the app. Now let's move to the order page, and here you can see that it simply update the status that the food has been delivered. Yeah, so these were the some things that I want to simply taught you all. So this is the complete food delivery app that we are going to make it from the scratch. So hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any of the awesome series that we are going to bring on this channel. So hit that subscribe button and be the part of this awesome Flutter family. Now let's get started. So in our last part, I have made the complete our onboarding screen and the home page, and I have also shown you how to create a curved navigation bar in our awesome food delivery app. So if you haven't followed the last part, I will simply paste the link of the complete playlist link in the description box or in the comment box. You can get it from there. Now here, this is the onboarding page that we have created in the last part, and I can simply move to the home page also. So this is the home page that we have created, and let me also show you the bottom navigation bar. So I'll just move, and here is the bottom navigation bar. Now in today's part, as I've told you that we are going to show all the food items that have been shown in the home page, like a food detail page where the user can select the quantity and they can simply place the order by using the Stripe payment gateway. So these were the things that we are going to cover on this part. Yeah, so let's move to the pages folder, and we'll simply create a new file name which will be like a detail page, you can say that. So I'll just writing detail page dot, and here I'm going to first import the package by using material.dart. I'll just write material.dart something like this, and we'll write a stateful widget name which will be our page name. So I'll just keep our page name which is a detail page, something like this. Yeah, now here what I'm going to do, first I'm going to just write a scaffold, a body, a container, child, and a column. Yeah, so these are the three things that we usually write in all our pages that we create. Yeah, now here in the detail page, in the top we are going to show the food item. So for that, let me create the UI first for our detail page, then I'm going to add the complete backend for our detail page. Yeah, so that will be very easy for you all to understand. Yeah, now let's move to the detail page first so that I can show you what all code I'm writing over there. Yeah, so let's move to the detail page, and let me simply save this file. Yeah, now here what I'm going to do, at the top first I'm going to show the back arrow. Now the reason, you know, that when the user will move to the detail page, they can directly move back to the home page by using this back arrow. Yeah, so for that I just need to create an icon, and in the icon I'll just pass at icons dot arrow backward. Sorry, why I'm writing over here. So arrow back iOS, something like this. Now here I'm going to simply pass the margin because I can't see anything over here. So I'll just write margin edge insert dot only. From the top, let's pass 40.0. Yeah, so this is the arrow as you can see here. Now I need to increase the size of the icon 30.0, and from the left let's pass 20.0. Yeah, so this is what you can see over here. Now I don't think so it looks really good by just showing the simple arrow over here. So let me make it more creative. So here I'm going to just wrap up with a container, a decoration, a box decoration, and in the box decoration I just need to pass the color. Now what will be the color? So the color, which is our main color of this app, so I'll copy this color and we are going to simply just paste it over here. Yeah, so this is the thing. Now I just need to change the color of an icon to white, so I'll just change the colors dot white, and I need to also pass the border radius to my container. So I'll write border radius dot circular, let's make it complete circular, so 30, and I can also pass the padding edge insert dot all, let's pass up to 5. Yeah, so now it's look good, and now it simply match with our app color. Now I just need to wrap up with a gesture detector so that I can directly move back to the home page. So I'll just write in the onTap method that navigator dot pop context, so that I can simply pop out from this page and can directly move back to the home page. Yeah, so these were the simple things that we have done. Now here, once the arrow is shown, I need to show first our food image. Yeah, so I'll just write image.asset, and here I'm going to use images, and here our image file name, so I'm just writing for now, which is pizza1.png. so this is the thing. Now the arrow comes in the center, you know that how to fix that, so you just need to know that, right? You know that to write. Yeah, so we need to write cross access alignment dot start, and here it is. And we can also like maintain the height of our image, so I'll just write media query dot of context dot size dot height divide by 2, and I think so width is okay. I just need to pass a fit box fit dot cover. Yeah, I guess we can do like fill. I guess fill will be okay. Nah, it's like that we have squeezed the pizza from both the side. So yeah, so I'll just pass fixed dot content. Yeah, so it is correct and it's also look good. Yeah, but the height is too much. It's look like the complete screen cover with the pizza. Yeah, so I'll just decrease the height up to 3, and I'll just center this by using a center widget. Yeah, so I think so now it is okay, and now it's look good. Yeah, now once we have shown this, now I'm going to show that what is this pizza. So for that I'm going to just use a text widget, and in the text widget I'll just pass a cheese pizza, something like this. So I'll just write a cheese pizza, and we'll also pass the styling by using the app widget class dot headline text fill style. So it is a cheese pizza. Now here I need to show the price also, so let's pass the price, and let's pass the price in the dollar form, and we'll just pass 50. And here I'll just pass the styling, which will be the app widget dot, and here I'll just pass like a price text fill style. Yeah, so this is okay, I guess. And we have shown our food name, a price of that food. Now here I just need to add some of the text about that, what ingredients that this pizza have, so that it will be more engaging for the users to use or to order this pizza. Yeah, so I just pass a text, and here in the text what I'm going to do, that I don't know much ingredients about a pizza have. I just like ate a pizza, but I don't know what ingredients should I write over here. So let me copy some of the data from the internet, and I'm going to simply paste it in the text widget. Yeah, so this is the like a simple description that I got from the internet. So sorry if it is wrong, then I just use a random thing that I've got from the internet. So I'll just pass the size box height 20.0, so that there will be the space. You can change it according to the your wish. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to simply provide the padding so that it won't get stuck to the right side of the screen. So I'll just pass dot only from the right 10.0. Yeah, something like this. Now it's look good. Yeah, so this is the thing that we have shown, like our pizza image, cheese pizza, $50, and some description about the pizza. Now here what I'm going to do is that let's allow the user to select the quantity, and once they select the quantity, then we can allow the user to pay through the Stripe payment gateway. Yeah, so these were the two things that we need to do. So for that what I'm going to do is that here let's provide some more space. Size box height, let's pass 20.0 is okay, I guess. Yeah, now once we have done this thing, I can also pass the height up to 30, and here what I'm going to do is that I will just show that the user can select the quantity as I've told you. Yeah, so for that I'll just create one text widget first. So I'll just write a text widget, and in the text widget I just write a quantity. Yeah, now in the quantity I just need to pass like a styling first. So for the styling I will use a app widget class here again, and we'll just write a price text fill style, which is too much, I guess. Yeah, so I need to, like, we can pass simple text fill style. Yeah, it is okay. And here I'm going to just pass the size box height, let's pass 20.0. yeah, or let's pass up to 30. Yeah, so here it is. Here I'm going to show the plus icon, the quantity in between, and a remove icon. So the remove icon, by remove icon I mean to say that the user can decrease and increase the quantity according to their need. Yeah, so for that let's create one container first, and in the container we'll just need to pass a decoration, a box decoration. Now the color, the same color that we have used for to pass show the arrow. So I'm going to copy this color, and we are going to paste it something over here. Now in the container what I'm going to do is that here first I'm going to simply pass the child, not over here, let's pass something over here. So I'll just pass a child and the icon, which will be the icons dot add, as I told you. Now the color will be just like colors dot white. Yeah, and we can do one thing, like first I need to pass a border radius dot circular, let's pass up to 10. Yeah, so we need to also increase the size so that it will look good. So I'll just increase the size up to 30, and we need to also increase the padding edge insert dot all up to 5. Yeah, so now it's look more clear. And yeah, so now I can also pass like something like size box height, let's pass up to 10.0 is okay. Yeah, now we need to just write a material widget, and in the material widget we just need to pass the elevation 3.0, and here I'm going to copy the border radius here again, copy and paste it something over here. Yeah, now add a comma, something like this. Now once we have shown the plus icon, in between, as I've told you, that we are going to show what? The quantity. So for that I just need to use a text widget, and in the text widget I'll just write one for now, style app widget class dot bold text field style, something like this. Sorry, I just need to do one thing. I need to wrap up with a row widget first, and in the row widget I need to just cut out this text widget, and we are going to paste it something over here. Yeah, so now you can see the one. I can provide size box with 10.0 so that there will be enough space. Rather than bold, let's pass headline. Is okay? Or you want to decrease the height or size of this font, not a text, a number, you can do that, but it's okay, I guess. Now here I need to just copy the material widget here again, and I'm going to simply paste it something over here, just like this. And here I'll just name the icons to remove. Yeah, and here I'll just copy the size box width, and we are going to paste it something over here. So here you can see that now the user can select the quantity according to their need. Yeah, so once they have select the quantity, now we are going to show the total price that they need to pay according to the quantity they have selected. Yeah, so for that what I'm going to do is that I just provide the space from the top, and so that it will cover some space. So I'll just pass size box height 10.0. Yeah, so here it is. It's look good. Yeah, now here I just need to show the amount that the user need to pay. So for that I just need to use a row widget here again, and in the row widget I just need to pass a children, a container. Now in the container I just need to pass a decoration, a box decoration. Now the color, I just need to pass like a color code. So this is the color that we are going to copy and paste it here again. And once we have passed this, now here I'm going to just use a text widget. Now for that I just need to write a child, a text widget. So for the text widget I just need to write a text, and in the text I just need to use a dollar sign, and I'll just pass like $50, style app widget class dot white text fill style. I think so. What I'm thinking, that the text size that have been passed on the white color is really small, that won't judge or won't look good according to our app. So I need to just provide the headline. So what I'm going to do, not a headline, I need to provide the font size in much bigger size. So for that what I'm going to do here, let me first see the widget support.dart, and where we have written the white text field style. Now here there is two cases. Now you will think that I can also change the font size while passing the size to the specific text widget. I hope it is clear what I'm trying to say. So like here is the one case that I was talking about. Like for example, if I will write double size. Now I simply like change the size accordingly. Like I don't need to write a function thing again and again, but I'm trying to keep it simple for you all, because I know that many of you are learning the Flutter for the first time. I don't want to make it so complex for the you all to understand, so I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can. So it will be better to create a new function rather than making the changes in that function. So here what I'm going to do is I need to copy this, and I'm going to simply paste it over here, and I'll just write bold white text fill style, and here I just need to increase the font size up to not 124, 24. And here what I'm going to do, where we have passed detail page, and here I just need to change to the bold white text fill style, something like this. Now you can see that it's look good. We can change the thing accordingly. Yeah, now here I just need to pass the height. I will just pass the height 100, and let's pass the width up to 150 is okay. Yeah, nice, too much. Sorry. 80 is also too much. It doesn't look good, and we need to just change it up to 120. And here I'm going to just center it with a center widget, something like this. I hope it is okay. If not, I need to just increase the, yeah, I just also need to pass the size box height 20.0 so that there will be a space, and the height is now also too much, I guess. Yeah, now it is okay. Now I just need to pass a border radius, so I'll just pass a border radius dot circular, let's pass up to 20. Yeah, so now it's look good by providing the border radius to this container. Yeah, now here I'm going to do some more thing, like where we have written 60, I think that the thing will just stuck with each other. So for that I have just changed, and here rather than passing, I think so we can pass 40. Yeah, and where we have shown this, now what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to just pass the elevation to this container. Let's see how it looks while passing the elevation to this container. So I'll just pass the elevation 3.0. I need to also copy the border radius, so I need to copy this and I'm going to paste it something over here. So now it's look good, and this is the $50, the amount that a user need to pay. And here I'm going to show the order now button. Yeah, so these are the two important things that we need to do. So I'll copy the material widget and I'm going to simply paste it over here. I just need to change the color, so the color will be just colors.black. And here what I'm going to do is that just change the text to order now. So I'll just write something like this, which is order now. Yeah, so rather than a bold text field style, let's pass dot white text field style. Yeah, so now it's look good. Yeah, now here what I'm going to do, I need to increase the width up to 200, and let's also increase the height up to 70 is okay, I guess. If not, it is okay. I hope it is okay. Yeah, now I'll just pass the size box width, let's pass up to 30.0, something like this. Yeah, so this is the order now, and I can do one or more thing, like I'll just pass a main axis alignment dot center so that it will be in the center, and here it is, and it's look good. I hope it is. If you want to make any changes on this screen and to make it more unique, because I've tried to make it simple, though I've tried to keep it simple by adding the elevation and all. Now if you want to make it like by providing the more colors and more border radius to this container, like how you want to show the images and all, it is up to your choice, like how creative you can be and make your app really attractive. Yeah, so this is what I have done for our order page. Now let's move back to the home page. So it is blank, so I need to hot restart the app again. Yeah, so let's move back to the home page, and where we have shown this thing, what thing, let me tell you. Yeah, so where we have shown the arrow, I just need to wrap up the container with a gesture detector, and in the on tap method I just need to pass a navigator dot push, and we are going to push the user to the detail page. So for that I just need to write navigator dot push material page route, and we need to just pass the page route where we need to push the user. So I'll just write a context, and I just need to push the user to the detail page. So for the detail page I need to also pass like first the image of that food item, the image name, the price, and etc. So these are the things that we need to pass in our detail page. Yeah, so let's move to the detail page, and here I'm going to get all that thing that we need. So I just need to pass a string. I need to first get an image that we want to show over here, then the name, then the price. Here is come one more thing, which is a description. We haven't added a description in our burger data till now. If you want, you can add a description and can show the specific description for the each food item. The process is same that we have done for the name, image, price. Like you just need to add like burger model dot description over here to just show the description. I'll just don't do this thing again because now you get an idea to how to add all this thing. It is just that I'm making the video for you all to understand, yeah, and make this app with me. Yeah, so if you understand, then it is good. and let's move forward. And here I'm going to just pass a detail page and we'll get all this detail. So I'll just write a detail page and I'll just write this dot. First I'm going to pass get the image, then I'm going to get this dot name. So I'll just write this dot name and this dot price. So these were the some things that we need to get. So I just need to pass like a required function, not this one. I just need to pass a required function, something like this required function here as well. Yeah, so there is something here it says that we can't write like this. Okay, null check. String image. Why? Name. I don't know why it is telling me to add in the three different line, though it is going to work just for the one line. I don't know. Maybe this is a new update of Flutter or do yeah. So what is telling? Let's add that. Yeah. So here we just need to pass a detail page and the image. I'll just write a images, and in the images I just need to, sorry why I'm writing images. I just need to pass something like this, which is image. So this is the image that we have passed over here, and then the name. So for the name I'll just do like this. For the names I'll just write a name, not like this, something like this name, and then we need to just show the price. So these were the some things that we need to simply pass in our detail page. Now let's show all this data over here. So for that I'll just write widget dot image to show the image. Then we need to just show the our food name. So widget dot name and then the price. So I'll just write widget dot price, something like this. Yeah, so these were the some things that we need to do. Now let's move back and call our home page, and we need to just move from there. Yeah, so this is the home page, and let's call a bottom name. I'm calling the home page directly. So bottom name, we'll tap to this, and here we can see the data. Now let's move to the burger, and in the burger we'll just simply click to this veggie burger, and here you can see that this is the burger that we have shown, the price, the name, the image, and the description you can change accordingly, and this is the total amount, but total amount and quantity we are going to change now. Yeah, so let's set all the thing for the to set a quantity first. So here I'm going to just do one thing like a string, and in the string first I need to just show the quantity. So I'll just create one. Why I'm writing a string? Because the value will be in the form of integer, so sorry for that. So I'll write int and we'll just pass a quantity, and we'll just pass the quantity up to 1 because 1 is the minimum count that we need to show. Yeah, sorry for that again. Yeah, so here I just need to do one thing first. Also there is one more thing, which is a total price. So total price, let's set it 0, and in the init state we'll simply set the total price for one food item, because the user need to at least order minimum one food items. We can't set the things to up to 0. Yeah, so I'll just pass a total price equals to widget dot, and here I'll just pass widget dot price. So this is the something that we need to pass. It is in the form of the string, so we just need to parse it to the int. So for that I'll just need to write one function name, which is int.parse, and we'll just write widget.price, something like this. Now once we have done this thing, now we can simply set our quantity. For the quantity, what I'm going to do, I'll just wrap up the material widget with a gesture detector, and in the onTap method I'll just do one thing. So here I just need to pass the quantity that the user going to select. So for that I will increase the quantity by 1. So I'll just write quantity is equals to quantity plus 1, something like this. Now once we have increased the quantity, we need to also make a sudden change in our total price. So for that I'll just write total, where we have shown the quantity. After showing the quantity like plus 1, now we need to also increase the total price so that we can show the total price, something over here, right? So for that I just need to write total price equals to total price. As we are going to increase the quantity, by 1. So each time we are going to increase the total price with the total price of this food item. Yeah, so I just need to parse out my string to an integer. So I'll use int.parse and I'll simply pass widget dot price because our price is in the form of the string. Now I'll just use a set state something over here. Now you will see that when I'll increase the quantity, the total price also increase to 100 by increasing the quantity. You just need to also pass the total price over here in the text widget to get this result. Yeah, now when I'll increase to 3, so 150, increase to 4 up to 200. Now let's pass the quantity, or you can say execution of the quantity when the user will click to this remove icon, or they want to not remove icon, like if they want to simply decrease down the quantity by 1. Yeah, so if you are thinking that I'll just write something like this, so let me copy this and in place of addition I'll just copy and paste here, and in place of addition if I'll just use the subtraction, then the case will going to work. Then you are wrong, because I will show you what it going to happen. Like for an example, if I'll decrease by 1, so 3, so here you can see the total price is also decreasing, so 3 2 1. Now as I've told you, the minimum quantity that the user need to order this pizza should be 1. Yeah, so this is the common sense. Yeah, so like if the someone is ordering anything, the quantity should be at least 1. So yeah, so if I'll press to this again, then it will go to 0, -1, -2. So that doesn't make any sense. You have to show something like this. So to handle this case, what I'm going to do is that, like when the quantity reaches to 1 and the user will press to this like icon to decrease down the quantity, we don't do anything here. Yeah, so for that, here I'll just do here, I'll write one case, which is that quantity should be always greater than 1, then we are going to decrease down the quantity by 1. So if this case will be true, then we are going to decrease the quantity by 1. Yeah, so for example, now if I'll increase the quantity and the total price is also increasing, now if I'll decrease down the quantity when it reaches to 1, and when I'll press to this, nothing will happen. It will won't go to 0, -1, etc. Yeah, because this function strictly says that quantity should be greater than 1 to execute this function. Yeah, so these were all the things that we need to do over here to show the quantity, and we have simply show the total price. Now here comes one main thing, like as we are going to connect the Firebase for this app, so uh, I'm thinking that we'll add the backend afterward. Let's create the login and sign up page for this app. So login and sign up page will be also important thing to add on this food ordering app, so that we can simply track the user data, like what all food items they have bought. Yeah, so for that I'll just create the UI first for the login and sign up page, then we'll connect with a Firebase and add a complete mail authentication by using a Firebase, right? Let's move, and in the pages folder I'll simply create a new file name which will be the sign up dot. So first I'm going to create the UI of our sign up page. So yeah, so I need to create a file. Why it has been created in a folder? So I'll move to the trash, then I'll simply create a new file name which is sign up dot. Yeah, now first I'm going to import the package by using material.dart, and we'll write a stateful widget name which will be just like sign up. Yeah, now once we have wrote our page name, now here what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to write a scaffold. Now in the scaffold I just need to write a body, container, child and a column. Yeah, so once we have wrote this thing, now here in this page, first as I've shown you in the starting of the video that the complete app, like how it looks. So in the sign up page, if you notice that there is a curved container. Now to create that curved container, first I need to get that color, because that is a customized color code that I have simply passed on the container. So I need to check that color code, and we need to simply paste it over here. So but before that, we can just write a container like this. We can pass a width media query dot of context dot size dot width, so that it can take a complete width of the screen. Now here I just need to write a decoration, a box decoration, and the color. Now here in the color, the customized color code that I was telling you, now we need to simply pass that color code over here. Yeah, so let see that color code, because I don't remind the exact color code, so I copy that color code from there and will simply paste it something over here, right? So I'll just write color 0xff and will simply paste this color. So this is the color that I'm going to simply use here. Now in the container, then we need to pass the image. So for the image, I'll just need to write child image.asset, and here I'm going to write our images folder name and the image file name that we are going to use. So the image file name is pan.png, so I'll just write pan.png, something like this. Now let me move to the sign up page so that I can show you what all code I'm writing over there. So I'll just call our sign up page from here, and here you can see that this is the color and this is the image. Yeah, but we can decrease down the image size. I think so it really big for the screen, so I'll just pass the height. Let's pass by using a media query rather than passing a fixed height over here. So I'll just use a media query dot of context dot size dot height divide by 3, and just write fit box fit dot cover, something like this. And let's also pass the width also. Let's pass the width media query dot of context dot size dot width divided by 2. Yeah, why it is not at the size that we have passed, let me check. So what I'm going to do is just going to pass fill, something like this. Let's decrease the height up to 4 and a width up to 3 or 2. Yeah, pass the margin from the top, not a margin, a padding, edge inset dot only from the top. Let's pass 40.0, something like this. Now once we have shown this, now what I'm going to do, just below this I'm going to show my app name. Yeah, so for the app name we are going to use the image that we have passed in our home page. So I'll use image.asset, then again images folder name and the logo that we have passed. So I'll just write logo.png, which is our file name, something like this, logo.png. Now here it is, but we need inside this container, so I'll wrap up with a column widget, and in the column widget I'm going to simply cut it from here. We are going to paste it something like this. We need to decrease the width. Let's pass the width 200, and let's pass the height, I think so 100 will be okay, and a fit box fit dot cover. Yeah, something like this. Now it is okay, I think so. You can pass up to 80 or 60. 60 is okay, or 50. 50 is okay, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, now here after passing the column widget, the image size has been decreased down, but I don't need on this form, so I'll just need to pass fill, and will increase the width by up to 1.5. Yeah, or 1.8, I guess it will be okay. Let me do one thing, rather than passing a media query, because media query will not fit best over here. So what I'm going to do, like first 200 is okay, and let's keep the width up to 150. Yeah, so this is okay, I guess. If you want, you can increase the height of an image. It's up to your choice, like how you want to show it. Yeah, so this is what I'm planning to show it. Yeah, so this is the image and our app name foodgo. Now what I'm going to do is that, as I told you that there will be a curved container, something like this. So for that, what I'm going to do is, first I need to pass the height. Let's pass the height media query dot of context dot size dot height, and we are going to just divide by 2 so that it covers the half of the screen, but we don't need this much. I think so 3.5 will be, not 3.5, sorry, 4 will be less. 3.2 is okay, 3.1 is okay. Now we can provide a curved container. So for that, I'll just write a border radius dot only. So I'll write border radius dot only from the bottom left we can simply pass radius dot circular up to 20, and from the bottom right we can simply pass the radius circular up to 20. So I think so you can't see that. Yeah. So I'll just make it up to 40 and 40. Yeah, it is clear, I guess. Now we can see the curved one. Now here just above this there will be one container. So for that what I'm going to do is that I'll do one thing. Let me think about it first. So I will just rename the column to a stack widget, because as you know that when you want to overlap one widget over the another you need to use a stack widget. Yeah, so that's why we need a stack widget over here. Now in the container where we have shown this thing, now I just need to pass a container. I'll just pass the height media query dot of context dot size dot height divide by 1.5. Now in the decoration I just need to pass decoration a box decoration colors dot white, something like this. Colors dot white, something like this. Now I can simply pass the margin from the top so that I can see that, because it covers a complete thing, like it covers, because just before this container, I mean just behind this container there is the image. So I need to just pass a margin so that I can see that. So top, and I'll just use up to 200, I guess. Yeah, you can use a media query. I'm using the media query and again. Now you will say that why I'm using a media query. Now media query is because to make our app highly responsive. Now if I will use a fixed width just according to this emulator, then when you will test the app on the multiple device, then app will not be a responsive. So that won't make any sense to make the app just like with a fixed height and width. So that's why I'm using a media query here. So I'll just write to media query dot of context dot size dot height divide by 3. Yeah, so this is what we don't need. Yeah, so we need something like this, or we can pass up to 3.2, and I need to also pass margin. For that what I'm going to planning to do is that I need to pass the margin from the left, let's pass 20.0, from the right let's pass 20.0. Yeah, something like this. Now you can see this container, but but and but yes, this but. Yeah, so now it's look good. Now here I can simply pass the border radius to this container. So I'll just write border radius. So this is the unique design that I'm trying for you all, because you will learn something new. I know it may be complicated for you if you are coding for the first time, but this is the unique design that I'm trying to make, because it will help you a lot. Yeah, now I'm going to just provide the elevation to this container so that it will be much in the highlighted form. Now I need to just wrap up with a container again, and here I'm going to cut out the margin from here, and I'm going to simply pass it something over here. So now you can see that it is much in the elevated form, and now I can simply pass the border radius also. So I can pass it something over here. Yeah, now our container is much clear. Yeah, now sorry, 1.8 will be okay, I guess. Yeah, we can change it later if there will be any need. Yeah, now here once we have done this thing, now I'm going to just write a child, a column, and a children. Now in the children, I'm going to do one thing. Like first, I need to pass the text widget. Now in the text widget, I just need to pass our page name, which is a sign up page. Yeah. Now I'm going to just write a style. I will use a app widget class, something like this, and will just write headline text field style. Yeah. Now here you can see this. Now what I'm going to do, I need to also pass a width. So I'll just pass a width media query dot of context dot size dot width, something like this. Yeah, now this is what we can see. Now I can simply pass the size box height 10.0. Yeah, so this is the sign up page. So here you can see the sign up text. Yeah, I can provide some more height, maybe it will be okay. Yeah, now here in the sign up page we are going to allow the user to enter their name, email, password, then a sign up button to sign up in the app. Yeah. So these are the three things. Like we need a three text field over here. So for that, I just need to write a thing, what it will be. Let me show you. Yeah. So first I'm going to just write a text widget, and in the text widget, I'll just write a name, something like this, a style, app widget class again, and we'll just write dot price text field style. So this is the name, and I'm just going to use a cross axis alignment dot start, something like this. I just need to center this text, so I'll use a center widget. I need to pass padding, so I'll write padding edge insert dot only. From the left 20.0, from the right 20.0 is okay. Yep. Now I can simply pass the size box, and we can give some space. So I'll write size box height, let's pass 20.0, something like this. Yeah. Now once we have shown the name, now we need to allow the user to enter their name. So we need to show the text field. So for the text field, I'm just going to use a container. Now in the container, I'll just write a child, a text field. Now in the text field, you are going to see that this is the text field, but this is the line, as you can see here, but I don't need this line. So to remove this line, if you have followed my old series, now I'm telling this again and again because I've already made 15 to 16 apps before on this channel. Now I'll recommend you to follow all these apps and can add in your resume to learn more about a Flutter and the Firebase and the API integration. Yeah. So you can follow some of the series in my channel. Yeah. Now to remove this line, I just need to write a border, input border dot none. Yeah. So it will simply remove this line. Now here I'm going to just pass the customized color code to our text field first, but let pass the box decoration first. And in the box decoration, I need to just pass the color as I've told you. Yeah. So let me find that color code I'm going to use over here. So this is the color code that I'm going to paste over here. And here I'll just need to pass the size box, and we'll just pass the height up to 5.0. Now I can pass the border radius to this, you can say the text field. So for that, I just need to write a border radius dot circular, let's pass up to 10. Yeah, 10 is okay. Now we can pass the hint text to this text field. So for that, I'll just use a hint text, and we'll just write enter name, and if you want, you can pass, it's up to your choice, like a suffix icon. So I can just write a suffix icon, not here, inside the input decoration. So I'll just write suffix icons dot, and I just write icons dot person, something like this. Yeah. Sorry, again, it is what it is. I need to write prefix, not suffix, prefix. Yeah. So here you can see this. Now enter name text. So here you can see this, but I guess it is okay. Yeah. The user can enter the name. Height, let's change the height up to 30, and we need to copy this complete thing, a text field, and I'm going to just paste it something over here, not over here, over where I need to just copy it over here, and did I make any mistake? I don't think so. I'm going to paste it something over here. I'll just use the size box height 20.0. Yeah. Now I just changed the name to email, something like this, and I'll just write enter email, and here I just need to change the icon also. So I'll just write mail outline, and here I am going to also use a person outline, something like this. Yeah. So name, email. Now if you think that the text size is really big for to show it over here, you can change it, because I think so it doesn't match. Yeah. So why to pass this? So let's copy this. I'm going to paste it something over here, and I'll just write the function name like sign up text field style. Yeah, just to remind that we are going to use this in the sign up page. Yeah. Now I'm going to just pass it something over here, and here I'll just change it to app widget dot sign up text field style. Now it is okay, and we are going to simply paste it something over here. So name, email. Now the third thing I've told you is the password. So we need to copy the thing again. So I'll copy this and we are going to paste it something over here. And here I'm just going to write an email to the password. And once we have wrote the password, now we can allow the user to enter the password. And I'll just write a password and a password outline, something like this. So I'll just write a password outline. Yeah, so here it is. So the name, email, password. Yeah, so this is what we have done. Now as I've told you that then we are going to show the button so that the user can sign up in the app. Yeah, so for that I just need to create a customized button. So I'll just write a container and I'm going to pass a width 200, a decoration. So the decoration will be the box decoration. Now the color, will be the customized color code that I'm going to pass. So the color code will be the main color that we have already used in the home page. So what I'm going to do is that let's find this color. Yeah, so this is the color and we are going to just paste it something over here. Now where we have shown the container, now I can just write a child, a text, and in the text I'll just write a sign up. Yeah, now once we have wrote a sign up, now I can simply pass the styling by using app widget class dot white text field style, something like this. Now I can simply center this by using a center widget, and here center widget 2. I can provide some enough space. So I'll write size box height 3.0. I can pass the height. Let's pass the height up to 100 is okay. sorry. 100 is not okay. Let's pass 50. I think so. The text size depends. We can pass bold white text field style. I hope it will going to work. So I'll just write over here a bold text field style dot bold, sorry, bold white text field style. Yeah, so this is yeah, this is okay. So now I can simply write a border radius border radius dot circular. Let's pass up to 10. So this is the sign up page, and yeah, we can do in complete circular form. Yeah, so this is okay, I guess. Now here once we have done this thing, now I'm going to simply show the text like if we already have an account, then the user can move to the sign up page. Yeah, so this is the thing that we need to do. So for that I just need to pass a row, a children, a text widget here again, and the text widget, as I told you, will write already have an account, then something like this, and I'll use a style app widget class again dot simple text field style, and here I'm going to use a size box height 10.0, something like this. Now what I'm going to do is that let's increase the height of this container. Let's pass 3, sorry, not over here where we have passed the height, I guess over here. 5 is too much, 6 is okay. Yeah, it is okay. Now we can just pass the size box height 10.0 will be like 30.0 will be okay. We'll use a row main axis element dot center to center this, center something like this. Yeah, now I'm going to just write a text widget here again, and in the text widget I'll just write a login, something like this, and I'll just use a style app widget class here again dot bold text field style. Yeah, it is okay. Now I'll just use a size box width here again. So I'll just write size box width 10.0. We haven't created a login page till now, I know that. So when we are going to create the login page, so when the user will tap to this login page, you can say a text, they can simply navigate to the login page. So let's create the login page. Now the login page UI will be something as it is. there will be the few changes, like we just need to change the page name to login. So this is normal. Yeah. Now we need to also remove the name from here, because we don't need a name text field over there, because they are login. So why they need to enter the name? They need to just enter the email, the password, and the third thing will be the forget password. Now forget password text will be also important in the login page. So let's do all these changes. So let's move to the pages folder and simply create a new file name, which is login.dart. And here I'm going to simply import the package by using material.dart, and will write a stateful widget name, which will be the login. Yeah, which will be the login. So this will be the our page name, you can say. So this is our page name, login, something like this. Now I can simply pass a scaffold. So why to write a code again, and we'll just copy the sign up page code, and we'll do the necessary changes that we want to do. Yeah. So I'm going to simply copy and we'll paste it something over here. We'll call our app widget class that we have passed. Yeah. Now as I've told you that we are going to rename the sign up to login. So I'll just write a login over here, something like this, not like this, like this. Yeah, login. We'll just remove the name text field, we don't need that. Yeah. So let's move to the login page so that I can show you what all code I'm writing in the login page. Login. Yeah. Now this is the login page, and where is the login? Yeah, here is the login. So the email, and let's pass up to 10. So email, password, and as I've told you that we need also a forgot password. So for that I'll do here one more thing. I'll just write size box height 30.0, row children, and in the children I'll just write a text widget here again. Now in the text widget, you know that what I was telling you, that we just need to write forget password or forgot password. Then we can just pass the styling by using app widget class dot what we can pass. Simple text field style is okay. Yeah, is it was okay. And here I'll just pass 10. There is too much space. I need to shift this text to the right side. So I'll just write here. That's why I used a row. Now you will think that why we used a row. So that's why I used a row to move the text to the right side. And I'll just write main axis alignment dot end. Yeah, something like this. Now I'll just write a size box height 20.0, something like this. And we just need to rename our, wait a second, rename our button name to login. So I'll just remove the sign up, and I'll just change the button name to login, something like this. And don't have an account, then we'll navigate the user to the which page? Our sign up page. Yeah, don't have an account, like if the user don't have an account, they can navigate to the sign up page. Don't have an account, question mark. Yeah. Now we can add the execution so that they can shift to the sign up and login page. So gesture detector, and in the on tap method I just need to pass like a navigator first. So I'll write navigator dot push, and we are going to push the user to the page that I was telling you. So it will be the material page root, something like this. Sorry, material page root context, and will push the user to the sign up page. So I'll just write sign up, something like this. Yeah, now you will see that when I'll tap to this, we successfully move to the sign up page. Now we can copy this navigator function here also, and we are going to simply paste it over here in the gesture detector. And here I'll just write on tap method, and in the on tap method I'll just paste this, and we'll just rename to the login, something like this. Yeah, so here it is. Yeah, so this is how we can successfully navigate to the sign up and login page. I hope that this page looks good, and I've tried my best to make as attractive as I can, because it simply shows our app name, the graphic image, all the input and text field. So if you haven't hit that like button till now, then what you are waiting for? So hit that like button, and I'm noticing that while many of you are loving our videos but haven't hit that subscribe button yet. So 80% of you are, that my YouTube stats says that 80% of you are loving our videos but haven't hit that subscribe button. So like and subscribe button is totally free. and like and subscribe button is something that gives us more support to bring some more awesome series on this channel. So I want a small support from you all side, that please hit that like and subscribe button and be the part of this awesome Flutter family, because these two are the most important thing in any YouTuber's life. Yeah, so hit that like and subscribe button. I hope that you have done that. Now once we have made our login and sign up page, now the next part that I've told you, that we are going to connect a backend which is a Firebase. Yeah, so let's move and connect the backend to Firebase with this Flutter app. Then we are going to add a complete backend for our login and sign up page. Yeah, so this is the process that we are going to do now. Yeah, so let's move to the Firebase, and this is the Firebase website, and here I'm going to just write my project name, which is food go. So I'll just write food go, and we'll click to the continue again, use default account for Firebase, create project. So as you can see that Firebase is preparing our project, so wait for a few seconds until it is done. Yeah, so once we move to the Firebase, as you can see that we can connect the iOS, Android and web app with the Firebase. So first I'm going to connect the iOS app, then I'm going to connect the Android app. Yeah, so let's move to the iOS app, and we need a Apple bundle ID. So let's move here, and we need to simply open our Xcode from here. So let's open the Xcode, and it will just take a few seconds to open the Xcode. Yeah, so once the Xcode is launched, now we need to move to the runner and signing and capabilities. Now I need to simply copy the bundle identifier from here. So I need to copy this bundle identifier, and we need to just paste it in the Apple bundle ID. Click on register app and wait for a few seconds. Now download this Google service-info.plist file from here. Now if you have any older file, then simply remove that and just rename the file as it is. It has been written over there. Yeah, so we just need to rename, and we need to just paste it below the info. Click on finish. It is done. Click on next, 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 and return to the console. So it just take up 5 to 10 seconds to connect the iOS app. Now let's move with Android app, and in the Android app we need an Android package name. So let's close this Xcode first, close this file, and we'll just move to the Android app build.gradle file, and this is the application ID that we need to simply copy, and we are going to paste it over here. Click on register app and wait for a few seconds. Download that google-services.json file from here again, and if you have older file, then simply remove that, and here I'll just rename the file. So I'll just rename the file to this one, and we'll simply paste it in Android app folder, something like this. And once we have done this, click on next. Now we need to copy some plugin, so I need to copy this plugin. Now we need to just move to the setting.gradle, and I'm going to simply paste it over here. Yeah, now we need to copy the another plugin, so this is the plugin. Now we need to move to the Android app build.gradle, and we need to just paste it something over here under a command line. Now these are the two dependencies that we don't need to add according to the latest version of Flutter. So just take a 10 seconds to do the connection with a Android app according to the new latest version of Flutter, because according to the old version of Flutter it takes some time to add on for the Android app, but they make it really easy. Yeah, now click to the continue to the console, and as you can see that we have successfully connected the iOS and Android app. Yeah, now let's move and we'll do some settings over here. So first let's move to the authentication. Now click on get started button, and after clicking to the get started button, here we need to click to the email and password, click on enable button, click on save. Yeah, now once we have clicked to the save, here we have successfully enabled the email authentication, and let's move to the Firestore database, because we are now going to upload the data to the Firestore database. So click on Firestore database. Yeah, so it is loading. So it is done. Click on create database, click on next, create button again, and it will take some time to set up the security rules. So wait until it is done. So yeah, so here it is. Now we need to move to the rules and we need to change the rules from false to true, or yeah, false to true, so that we can upload the data over here. And do not skip this process, otherwise you can't upload the data to the Cloudflare store. Yeah, so once you have done this thing, so don't think about this like this someone will steal your data. So no one will steal your data, so don't need to worry. Yeah, so once we have done this thing, now we need to add some of the necessary packages from the pub dev to execute all the backend regarding a Firestore database. Yeah, so let's move to the pub dev first. We need to add some necessary packages that I've told you. So first one is Cloud Firestore. Now I'll also tell you the use of the packages that I am going to add in the prospect.ml file that will make you most easy to understand. So this is the Cloud Firestore package that will help us to upload the data to the Firestore database. Yeah, so this was the package. Now the second package will be like Firebase core. Now the Firebase core help us to connect the Flutter app with a Firebase. So this is the one of the main functionality to use Firebase functions and all. Yeah, now the second one will be like Firebase auth. Yeah, as the word says, it help us to connect the authentication, yeah, with a Firebase. Like we can use our authentication from a Firebase in our Flutter app. Yeah, so this is the thing. Now we don't need a Firebase storage, because I know that you will tell that Firebase storage is not free, then how we can use a Firebase storage. So I'm not using a Firebase storage package at all on this project, so do not need to worry. Yeah, so these were the some things that we need to do. We need also random string, because we are going to provide a unique ID to the each document that we are going to upload in the Cloudflare store. So we need to copy this package and I'm going to simply paste it something over here. Now just run the package in your prospect.ml file by using Command S if you are using a Mac, yeah, and Control S I think so if you are using a Windows. I don't have any specific idea about Windows, but I'm thinking that because I'm using a Mac, so Command S if you are using a Mac to simply run the file. Yeah, so our file has been run successfully. Now here, if you are facing any version error, then you can do one thing. You can simply remove all the version, because there will be like if you are using any old version of Flutter or anything, then you can remove all the version from the packages, and the packages will don't take any time to run in the Flutter app. Yeah, so these were the some things. Now when we have done all this thing, now let's move to the main.dart, and here we are going to add a two lines that will be the most important lines, and we'll just write widgets flutter binding dot ensure initialized. Yeah, and here I'm going to just write await, and I'll just write Firebase dot initialize app. Yeah, so these are the two commands that we need to add, something like this. Yeah, so now we have successfully connected the our Flutter app with a Firebase. Now we can simply add all the things that we need to do. Yeah, so first I'm going to just add a backend to a sign up page. So I'll just write a code on this page and will explain you, and you can simply pause the video, and if you want to get a source code of this complete project, then I'll provide the link in the description box. You can simply get it from there. Yeah, so let me add the code in the sign up page and we'll get back in just a few seconds. Yeah, now here I've written some necessary functions in our sign up page. So here you can see that this is the registration function that I've written in the sign up page. Now let me explain you like what all code I've written in the registration page. So here you can see that there is a function named create user with email and password. So this function will simply help the user to sign up with the email and the password that they are going to enter over here in this sign up page. Yeah, so once they simply sign up, they will directly move to the home page. But before that, here you can see that we have simply passed like try and catch. Now what is a try and catch? So for example, here we have passed this function. Now if this function won't work, then we will simply catch the error, like what error we can show the user. So if the user have entered the weak password and we simply get the error that the user have entered a weak password, then we are going to simply show that password provided is too weak in the snack bar. So we'll show that in the snack bar in the just bottom of the screen. Yeah, now once the email that they have all used that have been used before by them or any of the user, then we'll simply show that account already exists. Yeah. So these were the two things that we need to simply help that to catch the error. Now here in the string, as you can see that I have written a 3 string, which is email, password and the name. Now the email, now in these strings we are going to simply store the different data that the user going to enter on this text field. Now to handle the text that the user enter on the text field, here comes a text editing controller. Yeah, so the text editing controller will help us to control all the text that the user going to enter on this text field. So this is the use of an text editing controller. Now let's move and write all the necessary functions that we need to simply write up in the sign up page. Now you will think that I've already written this thing, I mean the necessary function in the registration function, but no, as we need to also upload the user data like what name, email and ID, not an ID we are going to provide. So name, email that he have used to simply sign up in the app, need to upload that data in the Firestore database so that we can track all the user details. So these were the things that we need to do. Now here is one more thing that I want to tell you, that like in the perspecml file you will see that there is one more package. What is it? Is a shared preference. Now you will think that what is a shared preference? So shared preference is something that will help us to store our data locally. Now there will be a big question mark in your mind and you will say that Shivam, we are already connecting a backend which is a Firebase, then why need to store our data locally? So this is a good question. Let me explain you. So in the signup.dart page, here you can see that we are going to simply get the username and the email. By using the shared preference, what I'm going to do is that we are going to simply store the username and the email locally, because we can't simply like call each time from the server to get the details. So that will simply make your app not like a complete user friendly. Like it will starts to lag, like each time we need to call a data from the server, and we need to simply write a lots of code regarding that. So here comes our main thing, which is a shared preference, and in the shared preference we can simply store some of the data locally and we can use them, right? So this is the use of a shared preference. Now let me show you that here in the services folder I've simply created one file which is shared pref.dart, and here I've written all the necessary functions that help us to save the data locally. Here you can see that we can save the user ID, his name, email. Now the image I have used, but I don't think so I need to just pass the image, maybe later we can see that. Yeah, so we are going to simply save the user ID, name, email, data locally, and we are going to use them again and again in the app. Yeah, so I'll show you how we are going to use that. So this is the code I've written. Now if you want to get the source code, I'll provide the link in the description box. As I've told you, you can simply get it from there. It is very easy to get the code. Yeah, now let's move to our sign up page back here again, and let's write some important code to upload the data to the Firestore database and store that data locally by using a shared preference. So these two things we are going to simply do in our registration function. Yeah, now let's move, and here I'm going to simply create a map. Now what is a map? You will tell that. So let me explain you. So map is a something that is a combination of key and value pair. Yeah, so as I told you that I think so in the first part or in the starting of the video that I've already made one video where I have simply taught about a basic and all the things that we simply write in the VS code, the like Dart code, Dart programming, about all the basic widgets. So I've already made one video. I'll refer that everyone to follow that video, because that will help you to learn lots of things regarding a Flutter, and that will simply make your basics clear, because coding is something where the basics should be strong. Yeah, so here I've simply created a map and will simply pass the map name, which is user info map. Yeah, now once we have passed this, now as I've told you that we need to just pass the name. So here I'm going to just write a name, and through the name controller.text we are going to simply get the text that the user going to enter on this text field. Yeah, so once we simply get that, then we are going to get the email. So for the email, the same thing we are going to do, which is email controller.text. So I'll just need to write a mail controller.text, something like this. Now once we have done this thing, now here I'm going to do one more thing, which is going to provide an ID. Now what is an ID? So we are going to provide a unique ID to the each user, so that we can track the user, like which user have bought a specific food item, like if there are two users, Shyam and Shivam, for an example, I am taking that. So if for an example, if Shivam have ordered some food, so we need to keep a ID, like a unique ID. So we can simply add that food ordered by the Shivam, and we can show that in the admin panel. Now if we don't like pass the unique ID, then there will be a chance that if Shivam ordered the food and the Shyam will getting the food delivered. Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so here I'll just write a string ID, and I'll just, as I've told you, that here I'm going to now use a random alphanumeric 10, which is the random string package we have used. Yeah, so for that, as I've told you, we're going to write random alphanumeric 10, something like this. Now here I'm going to just pass the ID, something like this, and here I'm going to just pass the ID as it is. Yeah, so these were the things that we need to do. So first we have passed the unique ID, and through the map we have wrote this thing. Now we need to write some necessary functions so that we can upload the data to the Firestore database. Yeah, so here what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to move to the service folder, and will simply create a new file name, which is database.dart. And in this database.dart, we are going to simply write all the necessary function that will help us to upload the data to the Firestore database. I hope it is very clear. If you have any doubt, you can write me in the comment box, or you can simply DM me on my Instagram ID, because I will try to give you a quick reply. Yeah, so we'll write class database methods, and here I'm going to simply create a future. Now in the future, I'm going to just create a function name, which is user details, and here I'm going to just pass a map. So I'll write map string dynamic. Yeah, so I'll write a string dynamic, something like this, and we just need to pass our map name, which is user info map, and here I'm going to pass a string ID. Now in this ID, we are going to pass the unique ID that I have explained you here. So I'll just write return, so here I'll just pass this, and we'll just pass return. Now here I'm going to write a function, which is Firebase Firestore dot instance dot collection. So I'm going to create one collection in the Firebase, which will be the users collection, and in the doc ID, I'm going to simply pass the unique ID. So I'll pass doc ID, and we are going to upload the user data through the set method. So I'll just write set user info map, something like this. Yeah, so this is the function that we have created. Now let's move over here, and I just need to write like this, which is await database methods dot like add user details and user info map, and here I'm going to just pass the unique ID, something like this. Yeah, now here we have uploaded the data to the Firestore database. Now the second thing comes that I have explained you, that we are also going to store the data locally. So for that, I just need to write await shared preference helper dot save user email, and here I'm going to just save the user email. So I'll use email, something like this, and here I'm going to just write shared preference helper dot save user name. Yeah, so these are the some things that we need to simply pass, which is name controller dot text. So once we have passed this thing, now we need to just pass dot then method, or let's remove dot then. I just need to simply write this. Yeah, so for an example, once the data has been uploaded, we have saved the data locally, we have uploaded data to the Firestore database. Now we need to just show the, you can say, a toast message. In my words, I used to say a green light, because we need to just show the green light that the user has successfully signed up, and we can show the user the green light, and we can directly move to the home page. Yeah, so you know that green light and red light concept if you have followed my old series. If not, then this is the thing. Yeah, now here what I'm going to do, as I've told you, that I just need to pass this. So I need to pass the toast message. So I'm going to just pass this, and here I'm going to just change the color to the green light. So I'll just write green, and here we just need to write that user have been let's just pass registered successfully. I think so it will be great. Yeah, register successfully, and once the user has been registered successfully and we have shown the green light, now it is done. And here I can just pass some more thing, like if you want you can do that, like font weight, and you can pass font weight dot bold, font weight dot bold. Yeah, so this is the thing, and I think so we have written a complete registration function, but the thing doesn't like ends here because we need to add some more things in our sign up page. We haven't called the text editing controller and text field. Yeah, so for that what I'm going to do is that let's move to the text field first, and where we have passed the text field I just need to pass a controller, and here I'll just pass a name controller. Same for the email controller, so I'll just write a controller and I'll just pass mail controller, and the third thing is a password controller. So controller, password controller. So these three things we need to simply pass, which is name, email, and the password. Yeah. So once we have passed this thing, now we can simply get a data that the user going to enter on this text field. Now here I'm going to simply wrap up the center widget with a gesture detector, and in the on-tap method, what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to check that if the user enter all these three text field or not. So yeah, so I'm going to just pass the text like name controller text should not be empty, that the user have entered the name text field. If they have entered, then we are going to simply check that if the mail controller dot text is not empty, mail controller text should not be equals to empty, and the same thing that we need to do for the password. Yeah, so I just need to write a password controller dot text should not be empty. Yeah, something like this. Now here once we have passed this thing, I just need to pass name is equals to name controller dot text, and here I just need to pass email which will be the mail controller dot text, and here I just need to do one thing and here just need to do one thing password controller dot text, password equals to password controller dot text. Yeah, so once we have done this thing, now I need to simply pass that on the set state. We can't do this like just like this because we need to simply rename all this thing, and here I'm going to just pass a registration function. Yeah, so now we have wrote all the necessary commands to simply allow the user to sign up in the app. But here comes one more thing, like once the user have registered in the app, we need to push the user to the home page, otherwise they will still on the sign up page and they'll think that I have registered successfully, why I haven't moved to the next screen. Yeah, so for that I just need to pass one more thing like here, which is that once we shown the text toast message, not a text message, and we just need to pass navigator.push, and here I'm going to just pass a material page route, and we are going to simply show the user a different route. So for that I just need to pass a context, and we are going to simply push the user to the bottom name. Yeah, so these are the things that we need to do. Now let's hot restart the app again, but the hot restart won't work over here. You need to simply rerun the app again. I have already done that before, so I will test that. Yeah, so I'll just write my name here, so I'll just write Shivam, something like this. So I'll write Shivam Gupta, and here I'm going to just pass my email, so I'll just pass random email, so I'll just write gmail.com, and here I'm going to just pass a password. Now you will think that password is not in the dotted form. You can do that. So here you can just move something over here, and you can simply pass off secure text to true, and it will show the text in the dotted form. Now the password is much in the secure form. Now I'll simply click to this sign up button, and let's see that how our registration function going to work. So here you can see that this is the green light which is registered successfully, and we have directly moved to the home page. So our mail authentication is working brilliantly, as you can see here. Now let's move to the Firebase, because we have also uploaded a data to the Firestore database, and let's see what we get over there. Yeah, so here we have moved to the Firestore database, and here we'll click to the Firestore database, and now we are going to see that what data has been uploaded over here. So it is here you can see that the users collection that I have created. So this is the specific dog ID that Shivam Gupta has. Yeah, now here you can see that I've used this email to successfully sign up in the app, and this is the unique ID to track the user data, Shivam data, not a user data, and the name that I have written. Now when we'll move to the authentication, you will see that now here you can see that I have used this email to just sign up in the app. Yeah, so this was the thing that we have done. Now let's move here and let's add the execution for our login page. Yeah, so in the login page, here you can see that I have written one function which is user login. Now in this user login, the function name is like sign in with email and the password, and we are going to simply pass the email and the password, and through the email and the password the user can simply like sign up in the app. Yeah, so this way that we have passed in the user login function. And here you can see that there is some more thing, like if the try catch again, so we are going to simply catch the error like if the user not found, and then we are going to simply show that the no user found for that email. And if the user entered the wrong password, then we are going to simply pass that wrong provided password provided by the user. So these were the things that we need to just do in our user login page, but the thing won't complete over here because there are some necessary function we need to just pass in the login page. Yeah, so let me show you like what all things we need to just pass in our login page. So what I'm thinking that uh, yeah, so the once the user has successfully like signed in with the email and the password, we just need to push the user. So I'll just write navigator dot push, and here I'm going to just push the user to back to the bottom name once they have successfully like login. Yeah, so I'll write material page root context, and here I'm going to just pass a login, something like this. Yeah, so here sorry, while login I'll just write a bottom name. Yeah, so I'll write a bottom name, something like this, bottom name, something like this. Yeah, so here we have written this function. Now the user login function is this function, and yeah, now we need to just pass the controller on the each text field that we have done for the sign up page. So there is not much difference in the sign up page code and the login page code. It's exactly same, just we need to just rename some of the functions name again. Yeah, so here you can see that email, and in the text field I just need to pass a controller, and which will be the mail controller. Yeah, and the controller which will be the password controller. So these were the two things that we need to just pass for the email and the password. Now once the user wants to log in, so for that I just need to wrap up the login button with a gesture detector, and in the ontap method I just need to pass one thing like if the so let's move to the login page first so that I can show you what all code I'm writing. So let's move to the login page. So I'll just need to, I think so hot restart will work over here. Yeah, so we need to hot restart, and we have moved to the login page, and here I'll just pass the if function, and we'll check that if the user have entered this to text field or not. So for that I just need to write email controller, so I need to write mail controller text should not be equals to space and we just need to write a password controller.text should not be equals to space. Yeah, so these are the two things that we need to do. Like if these two text field are filled, then we are going to simply pass a set state, and in the set state I just need to pass like email should be equals to mail controller.text, so that we can store a data that the text field email has in the email string. Yeah, now we need to just pass for the password also, so I'll write password controller.text, and once we have stored the data, now here I'm going to just call our login function, so which is a user login function. Yeah, so the user login function will be written something like this. Yeah, so these were the some things that we need to do. So what I'm going to do is that now to test the login page, first hot restart the app again, and here what I'm going to do, in the sign up page I'll just use one email to sign up in the app, and I will use that same email to log in the app. So that will simply test the login page. Yeah, so I'll just write Ayush Gupta over here, and here I'm going to just write the email ayush123@gmail.com and the password which is ayush123. Yeah, so let me remind that the email and the password that I've used. So I can click to this sign up, and we have successfully registered. Now let's hot restart the app again, and here we move to the login page. Now I'll use the same that we have done. So I'll write ayush123@gmail.com. I am not sure that the Ayush first letter was capital or not. We'll check that. So I'll just write the password Ayush123. Now if you again want to show in the dotted form, you know that what you need to do. So here you just need to pass like off secure text to true. Yeah, so it will simply secure your password. and now I'll simply click to this login button and let's test the case. Yeah, so our login page is also working brilliantly and we have successfully signed up and log in the app, and we have also completed our mail authentication part. So if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, then what you are waiting for? So the like and subscribe button is totally free. I also need a support from your side to keep going on this channel. So hit that like and subscribe button, because I'm noticing that while many of you are loving our videos but haven't hit that subscribe button yet. So hit that subscribe button and be the part of this awesome Flutter family, and hit that like button also. Yeah. So once you have done both like and subscribe, now let's move forward in our food delivery app. So once we move to the home page, now what I'm going to do is that, like, if the user want to simply order this cheese pizza, so here we'll directly move to over here, and now let's move to our detail page. And as I've told you that when the user will click to this order now button, the Stripe payment gateway will be on the action, and the user can simply pay through the Stripe and can place the order. Yeah, so for that we need to simply integrate the Stripe payment gateway in our Flutter app. So let's move to the perf dev, because we need to add some necessary package from the Flutter Stripe. So this is the PubDev website, and you can simply search a Flutter Stripe website, and not a website, a package, and here you need to just copy this dependency and you need to just paste it in the perspec.ml file, something like this, which is Flutter Stripe. Now here we'll need one more package, which is HTTP. Now the HTTP package will help us to simply call the Stripe in our app, and we can simply show the Stripe in our order now page. Yeah, so here in the detail page I have added all the necessary functions that we need to simply add for our Stripe payment gateway. Yeah, so let's move to the detail page, and in the detail page you can see that this is the function that I have written, which is a make payment function. So you don't need to remind that what really function is and what all it has. I will just tell you the basic things, like what we need to know in the make payment function. Like first, here you need to just pass the amount, and the amount will be simply passed over here, and you just need to pass the currency that you want that the user going to pay. So I will simply pass like USD, because I want the user to pay on the USD. So I'll simply pass the USD. Now if you want to pay on the INR, which is Indian currency, so I'll simply write INR, something like this. So here we can just pass the currency like on which the customer or the user want to simply pay, yeah, for the food item. So this is the thing that we have done for the make payment function, and a display payment sheet. So this is the display payment sheet, like once the payment is successful, then how we want to show the thing. So we will simply show a dialog box which is a payment successful, and these are all the code. As I've told you, don't need to remind anything. Now the one of the most important thing is that first move to the Stripe official website, and once you create an account in a Stripe official website, there will be the two key that we need, which is a publish key and a secret key. So these are the two keys that we need to add in our Flutter app. So here I've created one service. In the services folder, I've created one file which is constant.dart, and here you can see that I have simply pasted a publish key and a secret key. So this is the just two test keys that I have added. Now when you want to simply make your app live in the Play Store or App Store, if you want, then you to just replace it with a live key. Yeah, so this is the secret key and publish key I have paste over here. And in the detail page, like when we'll move to the detail page, I'm calling the secret key over here that we have written in our constant.dart file. Yeah, so these were the two important keys that you please do not forget to add these two keys in our Flutter app. Otherwise there will be no action in the Stripe when you will add all the necessary function and all. Yeah, so these are the two important keys that you need to add in your Flutter app. I hope it is clear. Now let's move forward, and here in the Flutter Stripe, let's move to the readme section, and we need to do settings. Like we need to change some of the settings for the Android and the iOS, though there are not specific settings for the iOS. Like we don't need to do anything extra for the iOS. We need to just add some of the necessary function to enable the Stripe in our Android device. Yeah, so let me tell you that. So here you can see that for the Android, it has simply written the requirements, like the Android version should be 5.0 API level 21. So we don't need to do anything extra. It is already there. Kotlin version should be above 1.8.0. It is also there. The Gradle plugin 8, yeah, it is also there. Now here comes the thing that we need to do. Like we need to simply change the theme of that what we want to show. Like once the Stripe payment gateway will be on the action, the Stripe payment gateway will be present in the night theme. So we need to just pass the theme in our where, let me show you. So here in the Android app src main android manifest.xml file, and once we move to this file, here you can see that there is a theme section. Now we need to simply pass a light theme over here. Yeah, so these are the necessary changes that we need to do to execute a Stripe. Yeah, so here I'll simply paste this, and here you can see that this is the command that we need to just add in the theme. You can simply write as it is, like what I have written over here. Yeah, now once we have done this thing, now here comes that using an up-to-date Android Gradle build tool version. So we need to also don't do anything over here. Now let's move to the sixth point, which is using a Flutter fragment activity instead of Flutter activity in main activity.kt. Yeah, so let's move to main activity.kt, and here it is main activity.kt, and it simply says that where you have uses a Flutter activity, just replace it with a Flutter fragment activity. Yeah, so we need to just copy this, and we are going to simply paste it something over here. Yeah, now we'll not change this line, we'll just copy and paste one more line, and here we'll just pass a Flutter fragment activity. Yeah, so these are the commands that we need to simply change in our main activity.kt file. So once we have done all this thing, I think so we have connected all the necessary things to execute the Stripe in our app, and it has simply written that rebuild the app as above, changes don't upload with hot reload. So the hot reload and hot restart will won't work when you are adding a Stripe payment gateway. Like you need to simply close your VS code, your emulator, everything, and start like reload the complete app again. Yeah, I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so this was the thing. Now for the iOS, we don't need to do anything extra. Like it just says that iOS version should be 13 or above. So you can move to the pod file. So let me show you the pod file first. So in the iOS, you can move to the pod file, and in the platform, you can simply keep it up to 13 or 13 above, as it is clearly mentioned over here. Yeah, so this was the thing that we need to do for the iOS and Android. Now once we do this thing, now let's move to our detail page, and here there are one more thing, I think so I'm forgetting that, which is like in the main.dart, I just need to pass one more command, which is await stripe dot publishable key is equals to publishable key, published key, I guess. We don't need to pass await, sorry for that. And here I'll just write a publish key, something like this. So this is the command that you need to pass in a void main function to execute a publish key that you have used to show the Stripe. Yeah, I hope it is clear. Now let's move to the detail page back again, and here once the like payment is successful, then we need to upload a necessary data to the Firestore database, so that we can show that the booking details in first in the user side of the app, and the second in the admin panel, because admin will also want to know that who have placed the order and what they have simply placed an order. Yeah, so these were the two things that we need to simply execute when the user pay through the Stripe. I hope it is clear. Now once we do this thing, as I've told you, here I'm going to simply create a map. Now the map will be like a string dynamic. Yeah, now here I'll just use a map name, which is user order map. Yeah, now once they place an order, and we need to just like show the username, I guess. Yeah, name, his email, I hope we need an email also, the total price, the quantity, and the amount that they have paid, and main thing like what they have ordered. Yeah, so these were the something. Now as you know that we have saved some of the data locally, now we are going to use that data that we have saved locally by using a shared preference. Now here the use of the shared preference that I was telling you about. So for that I just need to create a string. Now in the string I just need to pass a name. Now I'm going to simply get the username and his ID, because as I've told you that we need to just show the booking details in the specific user ID. So we need to get his name and the ID that we have saved the data locally. Yeah. So I'll just create a string name and the ID, and here I'm going to simply create one function name which is get the shared pref. So I'll write the function name which is get the shared pref. Yeah. So once we wrote this function, now I just need to pass async name equals to await, and I just need to pass a shared preference. So I'll write shared preference helper dot get user name, something like this, and I just need to get a user ID. So I'll write ID is equals to await, and again we need to just pass shared preference helper dot get user ID. So these are the two necessary things that we need to just get from the shared preference, and we need to just pass us on the set state, and in the init state I need to just pass this get the shared pref function that we have written over here. Yeah. So these were the some things to simply get the data locally that we have saved. Now here in the name, what I'm going to do is that, yeah, it is clear. Yeah. So in the name I'll just write a name. So I have explained you what is a map. Map is a combination of key and value pair. So a key is name, and in the name I'll just pass the username first. Then I'm going to pass his ID. I hope that ID will be needed. So I'll just writing the ID for now. And here I'll just write name ID. The third thing will be what quantity. So we can simply pass the quantity over here. So write quantity, and here I'm going to just pass the quantity. So I'll write quantity something like this. Yeah. And let's pass dot to string because it will be in the form of integer then. Now here I'm going to just show the total amount. So I'll write total, and here I'm going to just pass the total price dot to string. Yeah. So the quantity, total price, ID, name. Yeah. The third thing was email. We forgot to call the email. So I'll just write an email something like this, and here I'm going to just write email is equals to await shared preference helper dot get user email, something like this. Now once we have done this thing, now we need to just paste the email. Yeah. So here I'm going to just write email, and here the email again, email. Yeah. Yep. Now we have shown the total price, quantity, email, ID, name. Yeah, the main thing what they have ordered. So I'll just write like food name. Yeah. And here I'm going to just write the food name, which is widget dot name. Yeah. I hope it is clear. Let's also pass the price, or price, I'm telling the image. So I'll write food image, and I'll just write widget dot image image, something like this. So name, ID, quantity, total, email, food name, food image, and let's also pass the status. Now the status is something like if the order is pending, it is delivered. So all this thing will be managed from the admin panel. So I'll just keep the status to pending. Yeah. Yeah. So these were the some things that we need to do. And now what I'm going to do is that we need to create a function so that we can upload the data. So let's move to the database.dart file, and here I'll copy this function and we'll rename this function. So I'll just write add user order details. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, so let me move to the Firebase, because by moving to the Firebase I can explain you much better way. Yeah. धकड़ धकड़ अरे ऐसे ही हो रहा भाई. So here when we'll move to the Firebase, you can see that this is the users collection and this is the unique ID that we have given to the users. Yeah. So we'll move to the users collection. We'll move to the document, like specific document, like which user have simply ordered the food, and then in the order collection, like we are going to create one more collection which is orders, and in the orders I'm going to show all the orders that the specific user have done. I hope it is very clear. So here we'll do the same thing. So here you can see that first we just need to write our map name, which is user or order map. So I just write user order map. We are going to pass a specific ID. So we'll move to the users collection, the specific ID dot collection, and I'm going to create one more collection which is orders dot. Now I'm going to simply add that. So I'll what I'm thinking that what I'm I think so. We need to also give the specific order ID to the each order, because the reason is behind that, because as you know that we have passed one main thing. So let's move to the detail page first, and in the detail page you can see that we have passed a status. Now we need to keep on updating the status once the product has been delivered. Yeah, by the admin, like admin make a changes, then we need to just change the status to delivered. Yeah, so we need to simply track the order ID and we need to do the changes in the future. So that's why I'm going to just do one thing. I'm going to create one string and I'm going to provide the unique order to the each orders that the user going to place. Yeah, like unique order ID. Yeah, so I'll just create a string order ID and we'll write random alphanumeric 10, and here I'm going to just pass the order ID. So for the order ID I'll just write order ID, and here I'm going to just pass the order ID. Yeah, something like this. Now once we have done this thing, now what I'm going to do is that in the database.dart file I'm going to create one more string, and in the string I'll just write a order ID. Here it is. Now here I'm going to just pass a doc, and here I'm going to pass the order ID dot, and now I'm going to pass a set method, and here I'm going to just pass the map name which is user order map. Yeah, so these were the some details that we need to just pass for our adding the orders to the specific user. Yeah, now let's move to the detail page back again, and here I just need to pass await database methods dot add user order details, and in the order details first we need to pass a map which is users order map, then we need to pass like ID, so we need to pass a specific ID, then we need to pass the order ID. So these were the some things that we need to do. Yeah, so we can do this. Now once the order has been placed, we are going to show the specific order to the to the user, and the second thing, as I've told you before, that order will be shown same to the admin so that they can know and they can deliver the food. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is that here I'm going to create one more collection which is orders, and in the orders collection, like here the orders collection which will be the admin orders, like he can track all the orders. So for that, let's move to the database.dart file, and here I'm going to just create like function, and here I'll just write add admin order details. Yeah, so these were the some things, and here I'll just remove this, and we need to remove this ID also. I guess it will be okay. Yeah, so these were some things that we need to do, and we can simply pass the second function once the order is placed. So I'll write await, not over here, I'll write database methods, sorry, database methods dot add admin order details. We need to pass map name, and the second thing, as I've told you, that we need to pass our order ID. Yeah, so these are the some common details that we need to pass. Yeah, and now once the order is placed, we can show the green light, red light, you know that. So we need to just show the green light that the order has been placed successfully. Yeah, so for that I just need to move to the sign up page, because why to write a code again and again. So I'll copy this scaffold messenger function to show the toast message, and we are going to copy and we are going to place is something over here, and we'll just rename the text to order placed successfully, something like this. Yeah, so once the order has been placed successfully, here is the details. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is that let's call the make payment function in our which order now button. So I'll wrap up with a gesture detector first, and here I'm going to just write in the on tap method, which will be the make payment function, and here I'm going to just pass the amount, which will be the total price. Yeah, so I'll write a total price dot to string, something like this. So this was the some things that we have done. Now file, save all, and now we are going to simply test how the stripe is going to execute in our Flutter app. But as I have told you, the hot reload, hot restart will won't work over here. You will simply get an error that the missing plugin. Yeah. So for that you need to just close your VS Code, emulator, everything, and rerun the complete app again. So let me do that and we'll get that back in just a few seconds. Yeah. I've rerun the app. Now I'll click to this order now button and I will show you how it is going to work. So now I'll click to the order now button, and here you can see that the stripe is in action and it is on the test mode as I've told you. Now I need to add a card number. So I'll just write 4242, which will be the 12 digits. Yep. So once you write 4242, so this is the specific card number that you can simply pass to test the stripe. Now here I just need to pass a random year and a random CVC code. Now I click to this pay button and here you can see that payment is successful, and now there is some bug I guess. So it says that null check character used on a null value. So anything is null over there. So let me check what is null so that we can fix that. Yeah. So let's move to the detail page, and here it simply says that there is something null. So let me check that if we are getting the data of the name and all or not. So first I'm going to simply print the name, like I will simply test that if we are getting the data or not. So I'm going to just hot restart the app here again, and here, yeah, we are getting the name. So I think so shared preference is working brilliantly and we can get a name, ID and email, everything. But why it is saying that the null check character used on a null value, null check character used on null value. So anything is null over here. So let me increase the quantity first, and let's do it again. We'll enter the year, CVC code, pay, processing, done. Yeah, still the same error. So I think so there is some error. Let me found that error so that I can solve, and we'll come back in just a few seconds. So here you can see that when I'm trying to print a name, ID, email, then here you can see that our ID is null. So this was the error that we are getting. So I think so we haven't saved the ID in our shared sign up page. So that was a mistake that we have done. Yeah. So here you can see that we have simply catch the error that we are facing. So I'll just write share preference helper dot save user ID, and I'm going to just save the ID that we have created for the each user in the locally by using a shared preference. Yeah. So these were the some things that we need to do. Now here I just need to move to the sign up page because I need to like sign up with my new ID. The reason is that we haven't saved the ID. So we need to just sign up it again. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is that first let me run the app again. Then I will do the thing. Here I have moved to the sign up page again. Now I'll just use the name which is Ayush Gupta, and once again I'll use a random email ID so that we can save the user ID. So that was a mistake that we have done. So now we are going to fix that. So do not need to worry about that. Yeah. So I'll click to this sign up button and we'll just wait to sign up in the app. Yeah. So we have registered successfully. Now let's test the case. So here I'm going to increase the quantity. Now I click to this order now button, and here I'll just write a card number and the year and the CVC code, and we'll click to the pay, and here it is done. And yeah, so payment is successful and we can see the green light which is order has been placed successfully. Now let's check to the Firebase, because we need to check to the Firebase like what all data has been uploaded to the Firestore database. Yeah. So here we move to the Firebase, and here you are going to see that we have just used this email to sign up in the app, and this is the name. And here you can see the orders collection, and in the orders collection you can see that this is the document ID. And here you can see the email, the food image, the food name, the ID, the name, order ID, quantity, status, total. So these are all the things that we have done. Yeah. So now you can see that the orders collection has been created, that I have tell you before. Now one more thing, that you can see that here is the orders collection, and this orders will be simply managed by the admin. So we are going to show that in the admin panel. Yeah. So these were the two things that we need to do. Yeah. I hope it is clear. Now let's move back, and here so in our today's video we have simply covered a lots of things, like I have created a sign up page, a login page, and I've also integrated a Stripe, and I have also taught you how to show the orders in the Firestore database and how to do same for the admin panel. So in our coming part, we are going to simply like make the admin panel first, then we are going to show the orders over there, and then the next main thing, like in the booking page, we are going to show all the orders related to the user that they have placed an order, and we can simply show the status. Yeah. So these were the some things that we need to do. So if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, then what you are waiting for? Both like and subscribe button is totally free. So hit that subscribe button and be the part of this awesome Flutter family. Until then, keep coding, keep having fun. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.